And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert.
Smashes it. Kurt Russell takes guitar and smashes it. That was a vintage Marlin guitar that they loaned to the set.
But he just took it
and
on his own.
her reaction when she's like, "Whoa, hey, whoa, whoa," that's real. That's just her going, "You're smashing the real guitar," and Quentin just left it in.
Nice.
Yeah, little fun fact.
That is a fun
That's
fact.
a Monday fun fact.
That is a good Monday fun fact.
Yeah,
It's the Bonfire.
What's up, everybody?
Faction Talk, Sirius XM 103. Robert Kelly, Big J. Okerson. Jacob, you thought we weren't going to say it. I have been sitting on my hands all weekend.
Yeah.
To talk to you guys about and you guys know some of it. There's a new development in it since you guys brought to my attention that was the funniest thing in the world. In the world. Little my fault, little their fault, I'd say. But I was kind of like saying that I had something I had to go do in Nashville last Wednesday, which we'll get to at some point. I noticed this pivot stack is sitting very it's not really even at all. There's a bunch of, you know what I mean by that? There's a bunch of breaks in the seams because they're all bent up and shifted around and some cut. And that is because you were a pivot whore, Bobby. I saw the picture. That you gave out a year's worth of pivens in one show.
I'm an addict.
I'm
an addict.
They're not going to do anything to earn them.
Listen, when you asked me, you're like, "Hey, remember when you said this to me? When the pivens came out?
Yeah.
We should go back and forth." And what did I say to you? I said no.
You said I have a problem, yeah.
I have a problem. You do the pivens, Jay. You do the pivens.
You did say that.
And then you went to do this hijinks in Nashville.
Fucking hijinks.
You went into this horse shit in Nashville. This bullshit because you don't know how to say no, right? You went to do
I'm
this
glad
thing.
I didn't say no at this point.
And you left me here with a stack of pivens.
I did.
And
you felt the power.
Well, I felt the power, and you
like people to like you at all. I'm the same way. I want people to like me too. But this crew I've known for enough years, everybody doesn't have to like me. So I will manipulate them through pivens.
Can I have my Monday pivot, please, Jay?
What?
There's no such thing as a Monday pivot.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bobby trained us to think it might get a pivot. I'm sorry.
Wow. You told everybody that they might just get pivens on
No,
Monday?
I just assumed.
I don't.
Because he was just doling them out.
Yeah.
That you like.
We don't get Monday pivens.
What was? Can you remember any of the reasons a pivot was given?
Well, yeah, there was a couple reasons. Christine smiled.
Yeah.
And then.
So Christine's flush with pivot. She's out of the negatives completely, and in fact now daily giving back pivens. Christine almost deserves no pivens ever. How dare you guys give her pivens at all?
No, I wanted you to take them out of it because it was me. It was my fault. Did they stop me? No. Did Jacob try to stop me? No.
Yes, he did. I said on the air.
What? Oh, wow.
You've gotten drunk with power.
Wow.
And then you reprimanded me on the air.
Oh, wow. I know what you know what? I wish I go back. I wish there was a time machine. I go back and not go back to when I was drinking, went to jail. My stepfather beat me up. I go back to last Wednesday, and I wouldn't give you shit for pivens. I wouldn't give you nothing.
It's too late. But you can't do that now.
I can't.
Now that you have to sit in that because
why does
Jacob now believes that pivens fall like rain.
Can I say why does it really hurt? This scolding it. I'm really feeling this right now.
I'm not scolding you at all. I'm just saying, I
went crazy.
You didn't gain anyone's respect by what you did. They feel like they can walk over you and just you'll give pivens out no matter what.
I know.
Pivens from heaven.
Yeah.
Last Wednesday.
I know.
Pivens from heaven.
Well, Christine, I felt like she needed a pivot. And I went nuts with the pivens.
Why? She had the house to herself. I was gone doing the Lord's work in Nashville.
Yeah, but I was dealing with this fucking crazy maniac Jew that came in.
Right.
That just, and he wouldn't, he just wouldn't look anybody in the eye. He was just going, he was trying to just.
Wasn't Ari late, too?
He was late. He came in.
Was he late? And he still walked away with a grip of pivens.
Well, I thought the pivens would calm him down, Jay. I thought a pivot would make him relax, but it just fueled the fire.
In Bobby's defense, Ari was out of control, and I felt like the only way he had some power in the world was to give out pivens.
Yeah.
I got you. So you felt Ari was alpha dogging you.
Ari wasn't alpha dogging me. He was mentally ill dogging me.
What
You
was he
understand?
doing? Yeah, I think Christine even mentioned that Ari came in. And she was like, he was a little. I don't think out of sorts was the word. Just like on one.
It was.
Like,
He was on
like-
one, dude. He was on. I was doing everything I could to prevent him from taking a shit on the console.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I mean,
He was going to possibly shit on the console.
he was heading in that. You know, when Ari gets in that energy,
Sure.
His genitals were already
it's,
out.
yeah, he pulled it out. He
5
messed up a
minutes.
read. We had to
Why'd
shut
he
his.
curse?
He said he talked about his penis in the read for one of the
yeah.
things, live read, and you know,
Yeah.
it was. I was
Even Steven Singer doesn't make a cock ring. He didn't make that.
I mean, he would.
He would, though.
He would.
Steven, get on it. Oh, 'tis the season, everybody. Are you tired of that limp dick just being wrapped in a black rubber band? Well, how about hit Steven Singer up right now?
We could do one right
He's
now.
got Anita diamonds laced around a cock ring made of 14-karat white gold.
And 100% guarantee you can turn that cock ring in for an exact cock ring or more.
And your cock ring comes with a lifetime guarantee, full value trade-in. Bring in your cock ring if your cock gets any smaller or bigger and get a new size, and you get exactly what you paid for your old cock ring.
Yes. And don't forget free shipping on your cock rings. And his best guarantee in the business. Yeah, dude,
Lou,
I got a little nuts.
That was fantastic timing. Piven, my friend.
A legitimate one.
A
Oh wow,
legitimate
you're
Piven.
turning on me too. I gave you you were excited to get your fucking
Buddy, this is like when you let-
non-earned pivens last
Listen,
week.
when you see people looting a Target somewhere, some of the people in there looting are definitely like, this is fucked up what we're doing, but I'm in it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
all right.
buddy, they get wrapped up in the thing. Everybody wants Pivens. You don't want to be the one asshole not getting Pivens when everyone's just getting nailed with Pivens left and right.
At a point, I was going to tell Bobby he was cheapening the pivens.
Wow.
I didn't want to lose a pivot.
Wow.
If this was Bitcoin, I'd have to give you
Wow,
all
you.
free Pivens
You.
for one Piven last week.
I mean,
You-
once you have like 20 pivens, you're like, what's the point?
You were
the point?
fucking elated when you had your fistful of pivens like a poker game.
I mean,
course
we
she
were all
was.
really happy.
you were happy, but now you're turning on me.
I was happy, but they were
but
also
nothing.
cheapened.
They were
Bobby,
not.
your family members' pussies might feel good. You still shouldn't find out. You know what I mean? You have to hold back on certain things.
She was up a lot.
And it
She
makes
was
sense
so
now. She's
happy.
walked around with that attitude since last
Did
week.
that affect your weekend? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It affected. She had a little attitude when you came home.
Little attitude faux show.
How many times do you have to put her face against the glass to get that pivot juice out of her?
Oh, I will tell you this, that there is definitely some blackheads pulled out on our windows at the house. There it is. I like that. Nice. Face on the glass. Oh, it makes me happy. I like
Christine's
that
right
so
next to
much.
glass right now, just saying.
Oh, she is next to glass. Christine, fix yourself.
I might. You know what, Jay?
Face glass.
I feel like maybe I need my face against the glass for the pivot debacle.
No, I don't like to do that to a man.
You're right. It's only women.
It's only women have to get that done to them. A man, you could go chest to chest if you had to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, we could.
Mano a mano.
Our stomachs would prevent that, but yes.
Well, we can go
We could
test to
try.
chest. It's just that our pronounced nipples are going to fucking link over each other like a thumb wrestle. It's going to make us uncomfortable. For sure.
We might have our belly buttons might suction cup together and make a weird sound.
This picture is making me so happy. I mean, it's so.
We need to get in. Listen, your weekend, you've been sitting on it all weekend.
It wasn't even a weekend. It was one Wednesday
One Wednesday, but you were sitting on it all weekend.
that turned into
Don't
until
ever
Friday
ever
because of
correct me.
flights.
Don't ever correct me on air again.
My apologies.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I'm negative Piven.
You're a negative. You're even good.
I'll punish myself.
You're even good with yourself.
Negative Piven. I have to earn a Piven to be a push.
Fantastic.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. You aren't that guy. But you had a crazy, crazy time.
It was a wacky Wednesday for sure.
Last week, you can't say what it was, right?
Sure, I can at this
Okay,
point. Yeah.
all right,
Oh,
great.
it's all. I mean, Bobby, you saw the posts.
I mean, I saw you. I saw the post, not of you, but I saw the post.
Don't jump too far
All right,
ahead.
we will.
So, what I was going to do was it turns out the roast of Jelly Roll. Look at Christine whispering into a microphone is pretty hilarious.
Yeah, it's really hilarious. We can
They
hear
have no
both of them.
headphones on, so you just hear Christine going
I just heard those pivots.
R K's and C's.
Those pivots were mine last week, and they made me mad.
I'm sorry, dude.
I mean, I have to throw Bobby under the
You know,
bus.
what is she showing Jake? We think that she fucking pocketed a few Pivens.
Oh.
Did you make sure you collected them all back? Because I'm not going to lie and tell you that this stack doesn't feel light.
I cannot tell a lie. One of them fell behind the console and I couldn't reach it. Like down there in the other
Who's
studio.
Piven? I hope nobody ever trades that in for real value.
That's Lou's pivot. I'll find it. I'll get the pivot back.
Okay.
I will get the Piven back.
Thank you.
So you're
I
down
thought-
one.
I thought Lou would probably get it back since it was him.
It was impossible, and I had to catch a busted jersey. You know.
Christine, everything you do in that microphone makes noise, so hanging that on it and whispering into it is all.
Hear anything in our headphones? Is that the dead headphone, or is that something you got to do there?
Yeah, I'll just I'll fix it right now. I'll stick
Oh,
a
you're
broom
gonna
up my
sound
ass and
great.
I'll sweep the place.
Lou, that's not your job. They have two guys that come in here and stare at stuff doesn't work.
I'd like to see that though.
What, you don't want to see a
I wouldn't mind
Malaysian
seeing
guy and whatever the other guy is come in here and do something?
I wouldn't mind seeing Lou stick a broom at his ass. Why does my mic sound all tinny?
I don't know.
Anyways.
Bobby got tinny.
I got
Oh
tinny.
wait, yeah, you did.
I did get tinny.
There you go.
There you go, not tinny. Am I tinny now?
You've been tinny all day.
Really?
You're the
Why?
tin man.
I don't know.
Just tinny?
There's no bass
A
button.
little bass in my voice.
We got a very special
So,
guest coming in today, but
Yeah?
so we should get to this.
Yeah, we do. I should tell you my story.
Oh, he can do something.
What? Can you slow my rate down
No.
to a screeching halt? I was invited to Nashville. Check.
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 We're
Too much
echoing.
echo.
Echoing.
Check.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. I was gonna start singing Def Leppard songs. All right. So I was asked some weeks ago if I wanted to go. No, it was more than 2 weeks actually.
Yeah.
It was at least a month ago.
It was impending.
I'd say yes. That they called me up and said, well, my team, who I don't know if they're behind the problem of this or just bad communication, but it's too late now. Because what they asked me was, they go, do you want to do this thing for Jelly Roll's birthday? Jelly Roll's having his 40th birthday. They're going to do it at Nashville Zanies. Do you want to, we'll fly you down, put you up, and, doing like a roast of Jelly Roll. So I said, I was like, oh man, I'd love to be there. I go, it's just, I'm stretched so thin that I just don't have the time in that short of time to write
Roast jokes.
jokes or a roast. I was like, so I go, I'd love to go, I guess, but I was like, if it's a roasting thing, I can't do that. I go, is anybody going who's not roasting? And they go, well, it's not really a roast. They came back. I could read these texts to you. It's not really a roast. It's like they're just saying, like, if you just go up there and just say some nice things about Jelly Roll, just maybe some fun memories you have about him and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I always had this kind of story. Once the lady wouldn't accept in Fremont Street, like years ago when he was there, doing the free show in Fremont Street. When I was walking back, there was a lady who thought I was Jelly Roll, just walking through the crowd, by the way. And I explained to her several times that I'm not, and I don't have any face tattoos, but she wouldn't accept it. So eventually I had to just acknowledge remembering her and her sister from that show in Alabama that one time.
Eventually, I had to just sing a song for her.
I didn't have to sing, but I had to take pictures with her, and she's going to show a lot of people, and they're going to be like, that's not Jelly Roll. And it's like, you know what? He did tell me that 17 times before I would. She started doing like it's fine, I'm not going to blow up your spot. I'm like, my spot would be blown. I'm on Fremont Street, and I'd be performing on that stage in 5 minutes.
She thought Jelly Roll was just walking around.
She thought I was just walking around before the show, just doing a little stroll out with the audience, and have time to talk to her about her and her sister meeting me in Alabama. So, I was like, I'll tell that little anecdote maybe, and then whoever else is there.
You do fit the Jelly Roll description. If Jelly Roll
minus
committed a
face
crime,
tattoos.
you would get stopped by the police at some point.
Jelly Roll called me his goal weight though, which felt nice.
Nice.
Nice. He looks good, but he's lost weight. He's lost like 100 pounds. Pretty wild.
Yeah.
No surgery, I don't think. Maybe Ozempic and stuff.
Ozempic.
But no.
100% Ozempic.
He should. If
Yeah,
he's not, why
sure.
not?
I would have done it if it fucking
Existed then, I know.
Yeah, it came out 2 months later. I got scars in my stomach.
Everything that could have possibly
You got a
been.
baby stomach puking into a cup. You fucking assholes. Just stick yourself
Fucking
once a week.
blowing thick black loads. Everything went haywire. So
you're doing this thing.
So
Not
just-
a roast.
I go, well, yeah, I'll go up and tell a little anecdote. We'll see who's there, floating around the party. Like, I'm thinking of things. I'm like, oh, I'll say something funny. They said Kid Rock's probably going to be there. Oh, I'll say a little. I could probably just go off the cuff, like fucking around with Kid Rock or something. Whatever it is.
Sure.
I go, yeah, if it's just going up there and talking, everyone's going to go up there and just give, like, fucking little like, grab the microphone in a wedding things. Like, these guys are so cool, and they've been so good to me, and jelly rolls. I thought we were going to do that. The day before I fly out there, they go, are you ready for the roast? And I go, I heard it's not really a roast. And they go, no, it's definitely 100% a roast. Like, the comics are telling me this now. I go, no, I know. I mean, I think some people are going to roast, but I didn't even get, like, there's not a list of people that there is, like, so it's not a roast. There's been nothing to write for a roast other than jelly roll. And they go, no, man, there's like a whole list that was. So the day before, they sent me a list of comics. Thank God I didn't just start writing like frantically, because also that list was like 6 people that were on the list weren't even there. So what a waste of time it would have been to go with some people. So like Bert even had to do that. Bert was like, so-and-so is supposed to be here because he had the jokes already, so he's got to do them. So I lucked out in that regard. But the day before, I was like, well, I don't even know how to like quietly get out of it. And also, by the way, I'm still picturing these are the people who are going to go up, but I'm still not picturing a roast. Like a roast.
Even
like,
though they told you it was a roast? Even though the roast king, was it? The roasting guy, Tony Hinchcliffe, is going?
Just found out he was there the day before.
Oh, you didn't know he was going until the day before?
I didn't know anybody else who was there, with the exception of Josh. Josh also knew it was a roast. I didn't talk to Josh about it. Josh had 85 pages in front of him. And that's the other thing when I get there. So when I get to this thing.
Well, song roasts are longer.
Well, he wrote a song, and then no, he did a song first. In the first part of the show.
You used to be fat. Now you ain't.
He opened the show. With a song, with a parody song he did, and then no, he did good. He did very good. And then he roasted in the actual roast. But here's the thing. My point is, it still sounds like it's very casual. But then when I get there, and that afternoon I did Something's Burning with Bert, and he goes, are you memorizing your roast jokes? Did you have like papers you're gonna bring up? And I go, no, it's not that involved. I don't think, is it? And he's like, oh, everyone's been writing. He employed people to write for him. Like he had a writer. There was a staff of writers who wrote for certain people.
Shocker.
I
am shocked.
Bananas.
Wait a minute. Bert hired people to write for him?
Well, yeah. Almost everybody does. Almost everybody, if not everybody, I think does. So like, but when I said no to the thing initially, because I said that, they were like, well, they have writer. And then they asked me the day before. I go, well, what am I supposed to do with that? They're like, if you come up with something. I go, it's tomorrow. I'm flying in the morning. I'm doing Something's Burning in the afternoon and going right to this roast. Like, when do you expect, like, it was crazy. So,
were you panicking at all?
No.
While you're cooking your fricassee
I didn't
with
cook.
Bert.
You just sit there while Bert cooks and Mark Norman farts.
What was it?
Nashville hot chicken.
Ooh.
Like sandwich and mac and cheese.
That's good.
Yeah. It was it was good. It was great. I love doing stuff with Bert. But I'm saying, there it is. Norman's showing me he's got a stack of papers that he's written. Mark's such a good joke writer, so I'm like, oh shit. So then I go back to the hotel after Something's Burning. I'm like, should I start thinking of some stuff? And I'm like, or maybe I'll just go there and just like blend in and be like, hey, I didn't know it was a roast, so just don't put me up or whatever. But I didn't do that. And then when I walk in there, this thing is such a roast. There is a giant LED screen. It's like with graphics, the roast of Jelly Roll. There's merch. There's hats, shirts, signs.
They have merch?
Yeah. Tons of people are there.
They have roast merch?
Merch. All these people are there. I go in the green room. It's loaded with people. So you know me. I'm very like, well, that means go outside and smoke cigarettes. So I went outside and just smoked with Lucy, my friend there, the manager, and just smoked cigarettes and bullshit. And then they come in, and I came in and watched Josh do a song. And then I went back outside, smoked cigarettes, bullshit with whoever was standing outside. Then went back inside, and I go in there while I walk into the green room again, which is a little more room because everybody is piled in, doing all hands together inside. And Bert goes, Jay, get in this, man. He goes, you're doing the show with us, right? And I went, well, what show? And I still don't fully understand. I don't know why I'm not fully getting that this is going to be. And he goes, well, you're on the dais. And I'm like, No, I wasn't. That wasn't told to be any kind of a dais. And then they go, Whitney Cummings, Big J Okerson. So I'm walking out blonde. I mean, I don't have a drink. I have nothing with me. I'm like, oh, I would have put stuff down, or like, I'm like, okay. So I go and I sit on stage. Then they have me sitting directly in front, which may have changed things on the back end of the story. It was like comfortable big chairs in the back, and then just like benches, almost ottomans in the front for everybody to sit on. And I was just felt like on the edge of the stage, a fat guy singing ottoman. It was going to be me and David Lucas next to each other. And I think he's the first person who said, he's like, oh man, we got to sit like this. And then we got Josh and I think Mark Norman to be like, guys, like switch it. You guys go up front and let us go in the back. So I was in the back row, and
that's a good call
on a fucking dais. And then everybody started going up and doing it. There was some people did great. And then
who was the host?
John Christ. John Christ actually did a terrible job hosting. I don't know him. I'm sure he's a sweet guy. And he was funny. Like the jokes he did were funny.
Why was he bad?
He just didn't. Listen, I'm sure this was laid on him as last minute as anything, because I didn't even see his name on the list of people that were going to be there initially. Maybe he was always coming, but they asked him to host it because he went up and did like his 5 minutes of jokes or whatever. And then he goes, all right, man, so this is the roasted jelly roll. We're going to get this thing going. He goes, first person coming up is going to be, Chris Porter. And then Chris Porter went up and did his thing and did great. And then Chris Porter would be like, so thank you so much. I love you, jelly roll, and blah, blah, blah. And go sit back down. Then they, and then John Chris just goes back up and he goes, all right, that was Chris Porter, everybody. Now make some noise for Josh Adamai. Or like he didn't do anything in between. That by the time, I forget who went. Adam Ray went up. Adam Ray killed. And then, everybody did pretty great. But like Adam Ray.
Nobody wants to hear that.
What?
Who bombed, Jay?
Well.
Who fucking... Listen, I don't want to hear your fucking I'm still in the business. They fucked you. Okay? They fucked you in the ass.
Sure.
It's not happening. Okay?
This industry's doing nothing for me. Don't worry.
I'm
right here with you.
This did nothing for you.
Nothing.
It's not going to give you anything. Netflix said no. Who bombed?
Hard no.
Who?
Days before I found out, while I'm telling them I'm going to take it back, they were like, we already said no.
I'm so glad you didn't send that text message.
Could you imagine if I sent that text message?
They'd be like, yeah, we
By
get
the way,
it.
you know what? Can I tell you, not to sidebar, remember where I'm at in that story, please, with the Kid Rock thing. 'Cause I'll tell you another funny thing about the Netflix that's so funny. That all I've been thinking about all week was that they, my agent manager, were like, they go, so if Netflix, what am I saying? When Netflix picks this up, look, they might not pick up both specials, but they're going to probably pick up one. Then we release another one on YouTube and and this and that. And they go, I go, yeah, I hope, man. I hope so. The meeting went good. I turned him around in the meeting to wanting to see it, and then I sent it, and then he goes, and then they were like, also, buddy, I wouldn't even worry that much about this because, like, actually, like, Netflix owes your agent, he's told me, several favors, and he's done some things getting people specials that they wanted, deals done, so, like, your agent is, like, also, and I didn't even like that. I was like, oh, I really would like to just get it because they love the specials and not because they owe me one.
They have
and basically,
photos of Robbie Pratt taken in the butt.
Well, I'll tell you what's great about it.
Yo, we got fucked up photos of Robbie.
When he told me.
With Dan Mintz. Listen, here's the thing. They owe us one. And Nats didn't even do it.
No, he said they owed us one.
Release the photos.
Yeah, really. Release them. Well, no, that's what's great. He said they owed him one. And then when he told me last Monday that Netflix had said no the previous Tuesday, he's like, we didn't tell you though right away because we wanted to exhaust every option. It's like, oh, so you even went back with the you owe us one and they still said no. So you've let me know that we didn't want to tell you for a week because we begged, we did everything possible, and they still just were not interested whatsoever.
We used pretty please, and that didn't work.
We tried to bribe them. They said we don't like it.
Bobby gave out Pivens and it didn't do any good.
It did nothing.
They
were like, look, they almost assured, they were like, look, if you don't get this on your own merit, it's going to end up on Netflix because they have to for me. So funny. But so then, so wait, where am I in the day?
You were back, you were on stage. The guy was just bringing people up.
Oh, just bring people. But
and I wanted to know, everybody did great. Everybody was good. Everything was fine. Everybody, good job. I want to know.
Christine's giving me, shaking her head no
exactly.
to me. She's going,
because you came
nah.
home and told her the truth. I want to know.
I came home.
The truth. Who took a?
Told her the truth before I got home. She had to ask.
Who took a hot one? I'm a stand up too. I've been in these situations.
You want to put your friend in this position? Or not?
I would put yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
What does it rhyme with?
Dude, it was yonder bags.
What does it rhyme with?
Huh?
So no, this wasn't filmed at all.
It was extremely filmed.
So this will be out.
I don't know. We weren't given any money, and I didn't know it was a roast.
I can't wait for this to be on Netflix. This is the favor you fucking.
This is it. This is the favor.
This is the favor. All right. What about the roast? We'll take the roast of Jelly Roll. So everybody did great.
Yep.
Look at me. Look
Yes.
at me. Look in my eyes.
What?
Everybody did great.
Everybody.
Look at me. Stay with me. Everybody did great.
Yes. Well, varying degrees of great.
Yeah.
Some people did terrible great.
Where's Christine's face? I can't see your face.
No, we did great. So,
Everybody was awesome. What a fun time. Hey, Jay, did everybody do great?
yes. Wait, let me think of everybody. Oh, wait. No, even they did. Nope, everybody did great.
So every single person that was up there did a great job.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, also, keep in mind, everybody besides me was heavily prepared, so how couldn't it have gone great?
Well, that makes me so happy. That everybody, what a good story.
Dude, even behind closed
What a
doors,
great
I only
story.
wish for the best for other comics.
That is true about you. You never talk about other comics behind their backs. You're not a gossiper.
No,
You and Christine never do that
no.
over munchies. Tummy time.
What's
Right
the
when you get back to the
munchies,
hotel. As soon as you're done.
It may have been right outside the venue. I called Christine.
You called her while the guy was just hot bombed. What is?
Well, it wasn't just. The whole thing at the end, remember? I'm on a dais, you see. Stuck on a dais, smoking on stage behind people that weren't that stoked that I was smoking.
Wow.
So John Christ, he goes. He's by the time he brings up like the fourth person, he goes up. It's Adam Ray. He goes up after Adam Ray. Is it just killed? And it doesn't even get the energy.
Killed?
Yeah, he did great.
He killed.
Yeah.
So all right, good.
He did really good.
So he killed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
Josh
funny
killed.
shit. Yeah, he had a funny stuff. He just was Adam just like read the fucking the thing like down the line. What?
Sorry. You didn't hear me. So who went up first?
I don't remember. I want to say maybe Chris Porter.
Chris Porter.
Said.
So
Huh?
Chris Porter.
I think he went first.
Chris Porter did great.
Chris Porter did great. Yeah. He did a set. It was with somebody whose name I'm blanking on. I feel terrible, but he went up there with somebody, and then they did a bit where he goes, "This is how you write a Jelly Roll song," and did like a breakdown of how Jelly Roll songs go. It was funny. It's very funny.
Okay.
It was great. Then Josh went up.
Yeah.
Josh did great. And then
I'm
what's
gonna
up?
win them over because I'm good looking, I'm cute, I'm funny, I'm talented.
He's talented. This is so by the door that when someone walks in, if I look, I kiss them on the mouth. I think I'm gonna get called to HR for what just happened.
So everybody did great.
Everyone's killing it. So Adam Ray murdered, and then
As Adam Ray or
as Adam Ray.
Okay.
That was my first thing I said about him. I go, how about if for Adam Ray Unplugged, everybody? Like we don't get to see an acoustic set out of Adam Ray too much anymore. But yeah, he did great. And he and then John Chris went up after him, and for like the fourth time was just like, all right guys, Adam Ray, everybody makes noise for Adam Ray. He goes, all right, the next guy coming, and then Bert, this wasn't a joke the way this went down. Bert was saying, he goes, John, he's like, take a breath for a second, like let's let it breathe for a second, just like relax for a second.
Right.
And he goes, okay, he's like, your next comic coming to the stage is Big J Okerson. And I was like, welp, I got to go up. And I went up and I just like fucking winged it.
how was the applause?
Good.
You go up, everybody knows you.
Yeah, I feel a lot of them knew who I was. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And
Now, any stars in the audience?
yeah,
Wow.
I didn't know
Okay.
like all of them that were there. They kept saying Kid Rock was there. They said, "Oh, this might actually interest you, Bobby. This is exciting." Steve-O was there also, and then a few other musicians, Marcus King's wife, and then it's not going to be in that picture. Anything? The Bussin' with the Boys guys. Do you know who they are? Yes. Bussin' with the Boys were on the dais also.
Mm-hmm.
I made fun of them a little bit. They were great dudes. And in the audience also, it turns out Cole Hauser was there. Rip from TV's Yellowstone. So I went up and did.
You just call him Rip.
I just went down the line with the dais, and I was just like, all right. But I went up there and explained the thing, which hopefully was like I made that funny, is what I was doing. I go, I'm pissed. This is the first thing I said, and I explained. I was like, my team asked me if I would do a roast. I said I don't have time to do a roast, and I have to write it myself. I can't do other people's jokes. And I was like, so I don't have time, but I'd love to come do it. And they were like, it's not really a roast. And I did the whole thing, it's not really a roast.
Right.
Blah blah, and that's what I said. There's fucking merch. Like, there's merch. There's like signage. It was definitely a roast. So I was like, but I didn't write anything. So I just kind of like went down the line, just like fuck with people, and just like as best I could, kind of gave everybody at least like a little shot,
little zing. People you know.
Yeah, but it was just like also, yeah.
What'd you say about Josh?
I was gonna say for Josh was funny. I go. I don't have anything written for Josh, but I will say he's one of my best friends, and I do a great Josh impression, and I just did what he was like. I was like, blah, 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 jelly rolls fat. Come on, y'all, that was good. Come on. Blah, 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 blah. Tony's a little homo. What? Come on, I thought we're roasting.
Now, how close was that to his actual roast?
He did great. You're trying to get to something.
Of course I am. The juice. I'm trying to get to the juice.
The sook, good stuff.
We have the
stuff at the bottom.
We have a bunch of people in a car right now that need the juice. Well,
hey, man, if the thing comes out, it comes out. It's filmed on 6 cameras.
You know they're going to sweeten that fucking thing. We're never going to know the truth. You know they're going to add laughs. We're going to know the truth.
Listen. You hook me through a lie detector test. I guess it's going to be what it's going to be, right? If it's a good one.
When you did your
nobody bombed.
What? Wow. You can't lie to save your teeth.
What? I'm a phenomenal liar. Damn. So, when Bert went up to do his set,
he did great.
He did do great. Bert was up there doing his thing, telling his jokes, and then he mentions that Cole Hauser's there.
Is he shirt on or shirt off?
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
So, actually, that's a very, very funny thing that you'll appreciate happened with Bert when I was doing my roast. In the middle of talking, Bert goes, JJ, wait, come here. He was sitting kind of next to where I was standing on the dais or on the podium. And he goes, come here. And I came over. He goes, somebody got new jeans for this. And he pulled the thing off, the sticker, the size sticker. And I go, that would be embarrassing normally, Bert. Why don't you go ahead and read that size? And he was like, 38. And I was like, right. And I go, do me a favor. Feel that belt line right there? He goes, ooh, that's a 36 waist. I go, right? I go, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You left it on to let people know?
I didn't, but now that I was fine, the people did know. That exact situation has hurt me so much in the past when I go, oh, they're all going to see 46. That's so big. They don't make those in regular stores.
They're going to see 46, 42.
That's what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be 42 length. I have a 46 waist. Are you 11 feet tall? No. No. So, dude, that John Chris, that made me laugh so hard. And Bert's like, dude, relax for a second. Just take a breath. He goes, all right. Your next comic coming to the stage.
So everybody's killing. Bert's up.
Whitney did great. Yeah, everyone did great. So Bert's on stage and he goes. At one point, he points out that Cole Hauser's there, and he's sitting next to Kid Rock, and they're up on the balcony for the first time of the night. I see them. I was like, oh, they are here. Shit, I could have like I would have like those are two people almost like easier than the comics. Like I would have said something about Kid Rock and Cole Hauser if I knew they were there. And the time had passed already, and Bert was up there, and then he just says something like a fun fact that's very nice about Cole. He goes, Cole Hauser. Actually, he does like a little joke to it. He goes, Cole Hauser is OG Hollywood, like OG Hollywood, and by that I mean Jewish. And I got to laugh. And then he goes, no, but I mean he's like like his great grandfather was like one of the founders of like Warner Brothers, something like that. And he's saying that like as he's giving this positive thing, you could tell in Cole Hauser's voice, but I didn't know what. I heard the tone, didn't think the words were anything too much up front, because I'm like, how could this be going bad? And Cole Hauser, but it was something about like, yeah, he did this, and he invented a little fucking thing you're using there, talking to whatever. And Bert's like, yeah, he goes, well, your grandfather like did blah, blah, blah. And he goes, hey, this ain't about me, man. You want to talk to me? I live 6 miles down the road. You want to do something with me? And he's just being like a cunt.
Well, sounds like he's being ripped.
No, he's being a cunt.
Sounds like.
And then he said at one point, he says, do your little ha-has and let's like kind of move it on type thing. And I was like, you could see, if this comes out, you will see me actively on stage. I get Josh in front of me. I go, yo, is Cole Hauser being a fucking cunt, dude? And I'm just like staring at him. I'm like, what's this guy's fucking, like, really? You come to a show like this? It's like you're a performer too, and you come be a fucking jerk off. It's so weird, man.
I mean, listen.
That blows my mind. Stop! Don't defend this guy.
I am going to defend him like Beth would. Okay, I'm going to defend him like Beth.
I don't know if you watched this week. Beth was getting ready to fuck a guy right behind his back.
I didn't watch it yet.
Well, she didn't.
What are you doing? The fuck are you? It's 2 episodes forever. Are you a fucking asshole?
I gave you nothing away. It's not even true what I said. It's true. It's not even true what I said.
It's not true.
Oh, thank God. First of all,
I'm rooting for her in every episode to fuck somebody else now.
First of all, Rip's being ripped.
He's not being ripped.
He's in the balcony.
No, he's
being
not.
ripped.
He's not wearing a cowboy hat. He's being a drunk jerk off in a balcony of a fucking roast. And I didn't know it was a roast.
First of all, you got a guy with mittens and fingernail polish and a shirtless fatso fucking with you as Rip. You say, hey, I'm down the road a piece. You want to deal with this? Other than that, do your little thing.
Fuck. He could suck a dick.
Ah, he's fucking
Cole
awesome.
Hauser. But let me
I
tell
hope
you,
he got on a horse when he was done.
Now, if I can give you some funny about there's a great joke that Metzger made about me on the roast he did of me years ago at the Creek. It was Jake. I know what he's talking about, but it was funny. He goes, he always thought I was a little bit retarded because how fast from meeting him that I said that it was my best friend Kurt. Which is like he's like a special needs kid or something, and which is pretty funny. But that actually is a very Hollywood, that like Austin Hollywood, like the big dogs like scene. I mean, how many of them say they're best? Jelly Roll included, by the way. I'm not throwing people under the bus. I'm just like, could these relationships be this emotionally deep yet? Like when Bert was up there, Jelly Roll, you and Bunny, his wife, you and Bunny. Bunny and Leanne have become best friends, and I'm happy to say that the 4 of us are all best friends. And then Jelly Roll said that Tony Hinchcliffe was his best friend, and Tony said he was his best friend. And then Chris Porter and the guy that he sang with were both his best friends. And Chris Porter's his best friend because he's best friends with the other guy. And if Chris is best friends with him, I guess they're all best friends. And this was said not as part of the jokes. This was the emotional part. Everyone's best friends.
Was anybody?
That seems insane to me.
Was anybody your best friend?
No, Josh.
Josh was your best friend.
Josh is one of my best friends who was up there. Yes, absolutely. Best friend. I mean, like, I'm friends. I'm like pretty good friends with Bert.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
it's like black people with cousins. That's my cousin.
Maybe, but best friends. It seems very like a lot.
They're best friends until that fame wears out.
Yeah, I'm
Once
like,
you're out of
shouldn't
that-
best friends? I should ask them all. I go, hey, what's everybody's middle name?
Yeah, you should have.
I should. Oh my God, I didn't realize everybody here was such best friends. What's everybody's middle name? I'm curious because I know the best middle name of my best friends.
I remember Nate did that to me one time. He used to be on YKWd back in the day before he blew up, and I remember he blew up, not as big as he is now, but I think Fallon kind of took him under his wing, and I called him up. and he didn't answer. And I left a message. I was like, "Oh, you're fucking too big now to call me up. I've been fucking your friend for a long time. Blah blah blah. You think you're a big shot now? Busting his balls." He called me back. He goes, "Bobby, what's up?" I go, "What the fuck? You can't call me?" He goes, "Bobby." I go, "Your friend?" He goes, "We're not really. We're friendly, dude." I go, "Fuck you, dude. You've been on my podcast." He goes, "What's my daughter's name?" And I hung up. I don't think I've called him back since, and I still don't know it. What is it, Aubrey? I don't know what the fuck his name. Harper. There you go.
Oh, that's so funny. Aubrey or whatever. You should have just taken a guess. I don't know. Aubrey.
I tried to Google it. It didn't come up.
What you will appreciate.
I just want to let everybody know right now. I brought my.
Oh yeah, I told him when he showed me you had this.
My framed,
autographed
Yeah.
picture of Rip, autographed by Cole Hauser himself, and it's just a picture of a man staring at you.
It's a goddamn man who's up in a balcony, not taking shit from a shirtless tubby guy.
If you keep that picture, Bobby, I'll be upset with you.
You think
you've chosen a side?
Yeah, of course I did. I chose the man side.
No man side.
He's up in the balcony,
yeah,
as a man would be. Look, I ain't involved with this shit. I'll come down for you, Bobby, and for Jelly Roll. But put me up in the balcony because I ain't into this hijinks that these fools are doing.
No, he's a fucking jerk off.
This is a man, dude.
But I'll tell you what. Can I tell you what I hated? Did not like this at all. When it was over, when the roast was over, and I would pop back inside from time to time to, like say whatever, get a drink or see if everybody was doing anything interesting. When I go back in, everybody who was on that day, who was like, "Yo, what the fuck's wrong? Fuck Cole Hauser, what a dickhead!" Like to each other, was now pictures, shooting the shit with them in the green room. Adam Ray, I started giving a side eye to. I was like, "Yuck, look at you over there, nuzzling up to Cole Hauser." Not this guy. I stick to my guns.
Remember, Jay, I said I was trying to find the picture of him and Leanne, but I don't know where I saw it. But I was on Leanne's Instagram, and this is their house. Look. Do you see that? That looks like a life-size Rip in the corner.
Goddamn right it is.
That's Bert's house?
I bet you they're best friends now.
Oh, listen.
I bet you.
I think Bert. Here, let me tell you what's the sweetness of the. First of all, what kind of bummed me out the most. I'm like, you're picking on the most cherubic of our friends here,
What?
Bert Kreischer.
Cherubic?
Yeah,
That's a great word.
Bert should have little wings on it and a little the bow and arrow.
Right, he should.
And I'm like, you're going at Bert, who's gonna like not get aggressive back, and then Bert's afterwards. I was like, yo, I really hope to God Cole Hauser comes back like stage, so you could be like, what's your fucking problem, dude? You know what I mean? Like, and he goes, no, it's fine. He goes, no, I'll meet him and stuff, and like it'll be fine. Like, he says like we'll be friends, and I'm like, what? Like, is that's the approach you take?
They'll be best friends.
I have no LA.
I bet
in
you
me.
Bert. I bet you Bert does the Cole Hauser roast next year.
I have no LA in me at all, man.
No.
I really don't. I don't. And what becomes the situation when you have no LA in you is that
That's confirmed.
when someone puts on
it's confirmed.
when somebody puts
It's
together
confirmed.
when somebody
It's
puts
confirmed
together
over and over again. You don't get the hint, do you?
when somebody puts together a compilation of the evening's events, mainly the roast of Jelly Roll.
Let me tell you something. I went immediately as soon as you told me how everybody did. As soon as you called me and told me how everybody did great, because that's a conversation we had. Right, right, Jay?
Yeah, I had to tell you how great everybody did.
Everybody did great.
Everybody did great.
Everybody did great. As soon as we got off the phone, I went immediately to people's Instagrams because I had to see the fun night of this event. And
Well, first thing first is the big group picture of everybody involved with the roast,
there's
including John Christ.
there's not only a group picture of everybody, I mean, having a blast.
Having a blast in the green. I was in the green room for a cumulative 3 minutes the entire night.
There was a beautiful video made, a montage.
Well, this is a
video.
picture. This is the big group picture of everybody involved in the roast.
Everybody involved,
except
in the
for me.
except for you.
I didn't know this picture was taken at all. And I'll tell you what, no one came just, I'd say 5 feet away as the door to outside. No one even said, like, see if Jay's smoking outside for the picture.
Because you're not best friends. Even your best friend.
You know what it
didn't
is?
grab you.
I know. Even my best friend Josh, who knew I wasn't in that picture.
Who's front row in that picture.
Oh, front row.
Not 1 second did he go, let me go get my best friend Jay.
Jay taking a picture.
Let me tell you something.
And then here we go. Enjoy this. This is the Jelly Rolls
Promotional
40th
video.
birthday.
This is a montage
Roast.
video that was put together of every. I don't know who's that guy.
That was Chris
Who's that lady?
Porter.
This
Josh.
Josh getting elbowed.
Everybody but me on stage somehow.
You've been cabined yet again.
I stood out there. Look, Josh, Adam Ray,
Everybody.
Jelly Roll, laughing hysterically.
I mean,
Having such a good, the
backstage.
big picture, the backstage
There's a
picture.
video of the picture.
His wife, everyone hugging everyone.
Everybody loved everybody.
So many hugs. And
Yeah.
then I'm to the left there a little
Whitney,
bit, but you
there's
can't see
Whitney.
me at all. Oh my God.
Wasn't that Big Jim? I think Big Jim was there.
Whitney,
Too.
Jelly Rolls. They just did a scrolling shot of the dais, and you can't see me somehow.
I went over
Everybody.
it like the Kennedy assassination.
Yeah, look,
to find any
how am
part
I
of it.
not in that picture right there?
You're
I'm
not-
there.
You're not in anything.
Jay, by contrast, Josh Adam Myers is so featured in this that you'd think he saved Jelly Roll in Vietnam.
He did. They are. They go way back, dude. They
I
started a
saved the
shrimp. They
roast.
started a shrimp business together.
If it wasn't for me, I saved the roast.
Thank God I did my song and my doodles.
I mean, brother.
Even the artist Chris Rogers got featured in the video.
Yeah.
I mean, the video of the photo of you not in it. There's a video of you not in the photo. you are cabined again, baby.
I'm not built for mainstream
You're not
success.
even. They're showing the wall of the people that work the club. You're not on the wall.
No, that's not true. I am on the walls
yeah,
there. The club loves me.
Well,
Bobby
buddy,
fixed it.
I fixed it. As
Bobby,
I always
fix
do.
it. You put my face over David Lucas. You got rid of the one black guy. Don't do that.
I
Put me over
didn't.
Jelly Roll.
I actually put you in the outfit that you've been dying to wear since you were a little boy.
You're not wrong.
You got a chain and you have black hands
I
with
know.
a black turtleneck.
And probably a black dick. Nice.
Oh man.
But yeah, I handily escaped this, doing okay on stage. They laughed at everything I said. No dull moments, so I lucked out. Because
did
that was
good.
a
Everybody
that
did
was
great.
a scary situation.
did good. Now at the end of it, did you hang out at all? Did you leave?
So, Jelly Roll came over to me and he goes, "Jay, you're coming to hang with us, right?" I was like, "Absolutely." Just blindly said that. And then I started hearing everyone says they're going over to Kid Rock's bar. I've already eaten shit at this place. There's no reason to go and be some guy standing on the outskirts while, and then I'm just gonna see a tear roll down my face when I see Josh stand up in the middle of like 30 people and go, "Y'all are my best friends." What? I thought I was your only best friend here. So they were all going to Kid Rock's, and
But they
the
did-
first person I told that I wasn't going to Kid Rock's.
was Josh.
No, it was Tony Hinchcliffe. And Tony gave me the too long, I can't, it's like, no, like, he's like, you got to come, man. Come on, I won't even hear that. You're coming. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm not going to go. And then I said I had to go back. I had to be on radio again the next day, which was a lie
You lied
completely. And then
to not go to a party?
I know, I lied.
Why?
And then, because he was going to keep saying, I was going to run out of excuses to why I couldn't go. And then I realized after that, when I was like, just start telling people you are going to go. They didn't miss you on anything in this video, so they're not going to realize you're not there. So then I started doing that. So I think Bert was the last one. He was like, "Jay, you coming?" And I was like, he goes, "Don't do this, man." I go, "Buddy, I'm right behind you." And then I just went back to my hotel and watched the Sixers game. I didn't go. What?
Makes me sad.
Why?
Because you should have went. Because you know what? Something could have happened at that party.
Yeah.
It all could have came together at that party.
I was at the party.
Bobby
It was
could have
the
came up
after
to
party.
you.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock would have come up to
I
you.
assumed if that's how Cole Hauser was acting, I assumed Kid Rock was probably drunk too, and I really was not looking. Said at one point, Stacy, who works for Bert, said to me, she goes, "Kid Rock's like 2 feet behind you," and I was like, I would have been more stoked about that even like 5 years ago. I was like, now I'm just kind of like, oh man, are we gonna get some kind of weird thing? I did want to say, I think I would have said about him, I was like, I like that he sings about all of his references: Skinner, Seeger, Trump, Korn, The Stones, David Allen Coe, and Alex Jones, Shaft. But you don't know Kid Rock songs, so you don't get it. Would have killed in the room. I didn't do it. And Cole Hauser, I wanted to say, is the only person who got fat on a show about hard work. He got fat through the seasons on a show about hard work. I was like, what, did you become the supervisor,
He
motherfucker?
became this. Yeah, he is the supervisor. By
I
the
guess,
way,
no shit.
He is the supervisor.
I'm going to give him my old 42 pants.
He
How dare you.
delegates now.
How dare you? And he's in Texas. It's different food.
He's trying to save the ranch. Maybe he was on edge.
Well, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back. It's the Bonfire.